Welcome back. Next topic I'm about to do has been done by a lot of other people. I'm just going to do my spin on it. It's stoves for backpacking. I have several here. I have I have 5 different types of stoves here that I use. I'll go over them real quick, then I'll go over the fuel systems for them. I'll also do the weights and all that. To start with, this is my new one. I've been using this. I'll start using this year. It's the Solo Stove Lite. It's the biggest and heaviest one I have right now, but I feel like I'll go over the disadvantages and advantages of it. But to start, we'll go with, come on, all right. Its weight is 8.25 ounces. The disadvantage of this, of course, is its weight. It's the heaviest one in there at 8 ounces, just over 8 ounces, so that's a half a pound. But the advantage that some people like about it is that it uses natural materials such as wood, sticks, twigs, so you don't have to carry any kind of fuel system with it, because when you're out in the woods, there's your fuel system wherever you go. You just need to make a little fire inside of it. It burns pretty clean and hot. So the cons to it is that its weight. Its pros is that you don't have to worry about carrying fuel for it, because your fuel's wherever you're at. So that's that. Next one I have is an Esbit stove. It's a solid fuel system versus liquid or natural material, and it comes in at 3.05 ounces. Again, and it folds up, so it's nice and compact, as you can see. It weighs 3 ounces. That's a plus for it. It's a lighter weight. It comes in with a solid fuel system, which are these Esbit tabs. So the disadvantage would be that you'd have to carry all your tabs with you. So depending on how many meals you have, how many times you plan on boil is the tabs. But each tab lasts about 15 minutes. So once you've boiled your water or cooked what you need it, you just blow it out, save it for the next cook. And one cube weighs 0.5 ounces, so a half an ounce. So if you're going out for 2 days, you'd probably carry 2 of them, 1 per day, depending on how much you're cooking. So then you'd have a total of 4 ounces for 2 days. The tablets store inside, so it's still compact, as you can see. Pretty flat. It'll sit into your pack pretty easy. So that's the Esbit stand. Next, I have the BRS 3000. It's a canister stove, and it comes in at 0.9 ounces. So it's the lightest, one of the lightest things out there. There are other models such as the Pocket Rocket, Snow Peak makes some. There's a bunch of other brands that are a little heavier. The BRS 3000 is a knockoff of a popular brand, but it's also fairly cheap. It's like $19, and it uses a canister. So again, the advantage to the BRS 3000 is it's super light, super small, and compactable. So that's its advantage. Quick burn times if you want to use canisters. The canisters, depending on which one you have, small, medium, and a large canister. This is a small canister, comes in at 6 ounces. So you're looking at almost 7 ounces for the canister and the burner, but you have to use canisters with it, so you have to calculate how many days you're going to be out, how long these will last, and you can't just get these everywhere. You have to go to Walmart, an Outdoor Outfitter, something like that. We sell them, Dick's Sporting Goods, Bass Pro. So you have to be a little pressed to get them right away. If you really ran out and you needed to run down the street, you wouldn't be able to do it. So that's a disadvantage of the canister stoves, but they are quick burning, so you don't need as much to burn. It burns faster. The next one I have 2 alcohol stoves. One is the Varga Triad. As you can see how compact it is, it folds up onto itself, the little legs and arms for the pot. And it comes in at, let's go, it comes in at 1.00 ounces, so 1 ounce for this. And this uses denatured alcohol, rubbing alcohol, de-icer. Heat is real popular for people to use. And I'll go over the function of this later. I'm just going over the stoves I have and the option. Again, advantage to this is super light, 1 ounce. And also flip it over. You can use the Esbit tab on top of it if you wanted to use that instead of the Esbit carrier, or you could use gel. There's fire gel that you can put in here too, so a double burner. Again, advantage, super light. The fuel for it is pretty, you can find the fuel around gas stations, Walmart, convenience stores. You can use denatured alcohol, rubbing alcohol, or heat, which is automotive de-icer. So that could be a disadvantage in a way. If you're running, you have to figure out how much you need for burn time. So you have to carry that many ounces. So if you use 2 ounces of fuel and you're going to be out for a couple days, you got to figure out how many burns you're going to do, and then that's how many ounces of fuel you need to carry. This one here is a Trangia knockoff. This is by Solo Stove, but it's alcohol. It's the same as the Trangia. It's just made by Solo Stove. It holds quite a bit of alcohol in it with a self-sealing cap, so you don't have to worry about having an extra bottle. It probably holds 4 or 5 ounces, so you have a couple days worth. And the whole kit itself, you see it screws on. It's brass. The whole kit, this one weighs in at 3 ounces. So it's a couple ounces heavier than the Triad, but it's also self-contained. You can carry fuel for a couple days in it, depending on what you need. It also has a regulator, so you can regulate the heat. Oh, hey everybody, this is Christian. He's gonna be my assistant today. But as you can see, I can regulate the flame, so I can sort of simmer if I needed to on this. That's it. So also you could use, I have this 1 liter titanium Evernew pot. It's called the pasta pot that I use to burn with it. I have this 550 milliliter Tokes pot that I also use. For the alcohol stoves, I have a titanium windscreen that I use to go around them, such as that or that. And that comes in, this windscreen comes in at 0.3 ounces, so it's very extra light. So for 1.5 ounces, you could use the Triad and the windscreen. Also from Solo Stove, I have this big windscreen you could use to put around anything with a bigger pot, and not necessarily use it all the time, but it comes in at 6.8 ounces. So it's a heavier system, but it's also a little sturdier and taller to get around the Solo Stove. As you can see, you really don't need it, but in case it's super windy out, you can get it. So that's all I have for stoves. I'll try to do a boil test later on into the week. And thank you for watching, and leave any comments down below. Thank you.